Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Just experience us out here on the West Coast, man. People who've been out here, they know what you about to get into. You know what I'm saying? Um, the weather is amazing, the food is amazing, um, and we like to drink in moderation. You know what I'm saying? So get up out here, October 2nd to the 5th. You contact your camp leader or call me directly, 619-259-1083. Hit me up. Have any questions um, about any and all events that's going to go down. We got some things lined up, man. We got some things lined up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't wait to be the best guest I can possibly, excuse me, host I can possibly be for all my guests. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pull up. Let's do it. Let's do it big. And all the men out here, man, all the sisters out here is waiting for y'all. Can't wait to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fired up about it. You know what I'm saying? Black and brown, unite or die, all that. You know what I mean? Fuck ice. Ain't gonna be no ice in no cups. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have cold drinks, no ice though. You know what I mean? If we do have ice, you know what I mean, it's gonna be ice cubes, you feel me? So, let's get it though, man. You know what it is. October 2nd to the 5th. Let's go. Southern California barbecue.
Feel me? All black. All that means all black. Try to make it as much black as you can. Listen, it's gonna be right after the lecture. YAHANNA's lecture. We're going to an all black party, Raquel's Jazz Lounge in Rialto. You know what I'm saying? 134 South Riverside. Pull up, man. Everybody's welcome, man. Just pull up. This is your invite. You don't need no personal invite. You don't need to hit your inbox, none of that shit. This is your invite right now. Pull up, man. We got it down to $10. $10 at the door. You know what I'm saying? You get there early before it's free. You feel me? So pull up. You know what I mean? They got a big ass tent in the back, and everybody else gonna be in the other two rooms, other two floors. So let's do it, man. Pull up, man. Let's show up, show out for the city. I got my out of town people coming, man, here from 9:30 to 1:30. You know what I mean? Going up. You feel me? Let's get it.
Commander General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
SHALAM, Lord of Christ. I don't know what it is, man. It's Cap Gadorhar right here, Southern California. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's coming up, man. October 2nd to the 5th, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the barbecue. It's barbecue season, man. Y'all done been to North Carolina. Y'all done been to Chicago. Y'all about to head to New York. And then it's California, man. You know what I'm saying? So, need y'all October 2nd to the 5th. Find your way out here, man. You're in the zone, you're in the area, you want to just experience us out here on the West Coast, man. People who've been out here, they know what you about to get into. You know what I'm saying? The weather is amazing, the food is amazing, and we like to drink in moderation. You know what I'm saying? So get up out here October 2nd to the 5th. You contact your camp leader or call me directly, 619-259-1083. Hit me up. Have any questions about any and all events that's going to go down. We got some things lined up, man. We got some things lined up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't wait to be the best guest I can host I can possibly be for all my guests. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pull up. Let's do it. Let's do it big. And all the men out here, man, all the sisters out here is waiting for y'all. Can't wait to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? We fired up about it. You know what I'm saying? Black and brown, unite or die, all that. You know what I mean? Fuck ice. Ain't gonna be no ice and no cups. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have cold drinks, no ice though. You know what I mean? If we do have ice, you know what I mean, it's gonna be ice cubes. You feel me? So, let's get it though, man. You know what it is. October 2nd to the 5th. Let's go. Southern California barbecue.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Blackwatch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
Clap it up, Most High Christ. Clap it up. Let's get it on. Here we are again. We're here with Commanding General YAHANNA. He'll be by. Stand by. Commanding General YAHANNA is on his way. We're going to break down all the stories of the day. We're going to tell you the truth, and the truth is a hard thing to find nowadays. It's a hard thing to find. The truth is, brother. We're here with General Mayat. Give him a hand.
Shalom.
Farah, Officer Yedaya, Officer Ibad, the young sister in the class with us tonight. We're getting it on. Also, remember, the California Cookout is coming up. I believe this Thursday we'll be down in California for the first event of the California Cookout. There are many events that Commanding General YAHANNA is hosting in California. You come on down there. Commanding General YAHANNA is doing many podcasts. He'll be on these giant podcasts with these UFC fighters and all of these people in California. Captain Tazar Yak will be on many podcasts in Southern California this weekend. You come down there, man, be a part of it. Get some of that California love that Captain Gadalhar provides to the nation this time of year. Every year, Captain Kwamwa'al provides to the nation this year, every year, out there in the sunshine state of California. I'll see you out there this Thursday. Yedaya, we're ready to rock.
Colonel Wakan, sir. He's still going to jail regardless. Las Vegas cops tackled the wrong black man, tear out his locks, despite knowing he was innocent, video shows.
Oh, boy, here we go again. You have video of this up. Well, let me tell you, this is something that, sadly, most people out there will get used to. I know if you're black and Hispanic, this is something that you always grew up with. This is the dilemma of wanting the police to do their job. We as blacks and Hispanics, we know far better than white people do that our society needs a working police force. No different than a society needing a working sanitation department or a water department. Out there in Flint, Michigan, and in Detroit, they have a terrible water department. You turn your faucet on, the water that comes out of the faucet is not fit to drink. They need a working, functional Department of Water in Detroit, in Flint, Michigan. They need the water department to do their job in Detroit, to do their job in Flint, Michigan. And for years, for about 40 years, you've been paying taxes to the water department in Flint, Michigan, but you haven't been getting proper service. Well, the same thing occurs with the police department all over this country. The police department in many cities are the highest funded municipality in every city. They get the most training, the most funding, the most overtime, and the police do a terrible job. And so, of course, when you're in a community that desperately needs the city departments to do its job, when you call the police, they arrest the wrong people. When you call the police, they arrest innocent people and they abuse the innocent citizens instead of stopping crime. And that puts black people in such a terrible dilemma. You know, you might think the water department is terrible, but you damn sure need a water department, or else you can't drink the water that comes out of your faucet. So what in the hell do you do if you're black and Hispanic? I'll tell you what you do. You're going to need a good man to do the job that bad men have been doing for too long. You're going to need that. So here we are, this story. What city is this in, Yediah? This is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tell the brothers and sisters what happened, please.
Khan, Tim McCoy, his sister Alyssa King, and her boyfriend Kenneth Kennedy had just parked their silver Hyundai Sonata in the garage in the Fairmont Street Experience in the Las Vegas, with plans to have dinner at a popular restaurant and walk around the popular pedestrian mall. When they exited the elevator at the ground floor, the three black Las Vegas residents were accosted by several city marshals.
So they're trying to have dinner, Yediah?
Come.
They're trying to have dinner, supporting the economy, going to the restaurants, supporting the local businesses. They're in the restaurants. As they're doing this, three Las Vegas or Nevada sheriffs come up to them. Go ahead.
Khan, they approached me very hostile, finger in my face, saying, "What are you doing here? What happened back there? Why did you make those hand gestures?"
Good Lord. They came over to this brother and say, "What are you doing here? Why are you here? Why did you make those hand gestures?" I don't know if you white people out there know this, but it's not illegal to make hand gestures. That's not a crime to make hand gestures. But here is the problem with the police department. The police department, instead of thinking of itself as a municipal power, as a city agency that is there to serve the people, they think that there's some brutal gang of militarized men. Oh, and they're so tough. So they think instead of serving the public, that they have to make the public be afraid of them. They think that's their job. They think their job is to get respect. If you ever wonder what makes so many men terrible at manhood, it's because of the myth of getting respect. That's something that a terrible man has a terrible misconception of, being disrespected. He disrespected me. Well, here's the sheriff department harassing legal, law-abiding citizens because they feel that they made finger gestures that disrespect them. You're not a real man if you harass people for something that is legal, for something that is not a crime. Really, your problem is your amazing. I'm going to give you cops out there a word. This is a word that every cop needs to understand, because really it's the reason you even became a cop. You have amazing and gigantic insecurities. Securities. That's what a crooked cop has. He is so effing insecure that he thinks that everyone is trying to disrespect him. No one gives respect. So he's going to pull you over and beat you up, not because you committed a crime, but because he has to make sure that you respect him. You're not a man, and you're a terrible police officer. Continue.
Colonel Khan, sir, after being aggressively questioned by the officers and telling them they knew nothing about the incident, the trio tried to move on. McCoy walked away, and as he was watching a football game on his phone, he thought the interaction was over. According to the lawsuit, the three filed earlier this year, as he did so, several officers tackled McCoy from behind, violently slamming him on the concrete, ripping out several of his locks.
He's telling the cops, I don't know what hand gestures you're talking about. I didn't make any hand gestures at you. I don't know what this is all about. He walks away. The cops tackle him from behind, throw him down on the ground, and rip the dreadlocks out of his head. Continue.
With their firearms and tasers drawn, one pinned him while putting a knee on his hair, and another cuffed him.
One sheriff pins him down on the ground, putting a knee on the back of his head, and the other one cuffs him. Keep going.
Connor Wakan, sir. Connor Wakan said it made me feel like an animal. McCoy said later on.
The brother said it made him feel like an animal. That's the point, brothers. That's the point. But this is what you have to realize about crooked cops. They are the animals. When some crooked cop harasses you, when you've done nothing wrong, you see that thing in your soul that gets diminished and gets belittled, it will make you think that you lose value as a human. Like the fact that this happened to me, that I've been violated like this, it means that I am powerless against the state or the government that has its knee in my back. You have got to switch that thinking, young brothers and sisters. You've got to switch it, because that's the point of police brutality. That's the point of lynching black people for looking at a white girl, allegedly, and leaving the body hanging there for days for everyone to see it, or hanging people on a crucifix and leaving them to rot and let the crows eat them for weeks. White oppressors want to dehumanize you. They want you to consider yourself less than human. They want everyone that sees you, everyone that passes by you, hanging from a tree or nailed to a cross, to think that they are less of a human because I'm the same race as that person hanging from that cross. I'm the same race as that person hanging from a tree. Brothers and sisters, you have to find glory in the fact that you are not cruel as the people that are doing cruelty to you. We are not like them. We are a people of courage and kindness and generosity. And you know what a crooked cop is? Just another pussy with insecurities. That's all he is. And insecurities make you feminine. That's all you are. You're some cop that has to put on a mask and a gun and a badge to feel tough. And then everyone that answers your questions and obeys you, you think that means you're manly. You know, I'm so tough. That's why he's answering my questions. I'm so tough. That's why he's standing there and obeying me. Without the badge, you would just be another pussy who gets none. That's all it would be. But because you have a badge, people obey you. People don't respect you. They respect the position that you've attained. They respect the job. They don't want the state of Nevada to put them in jail. But no one respects you, crooked, mass child molester. If everyone could see in your phone, they would know you go on Tinder looking for little boys. They would know that you're on gay websites. The only thing that makes a crooked cop seem manly is the fact that we can't go through his phone and see all the child pornography. We can't go through his phone and see the gay websites. So because of that, they wear a mask. No one knows who they are, and they're able to tackle you down in the street. That doesn't mean that you're an animal. That means that that crooked cop is an animal. Continue. That's the story in Nevada. Listen, this is happening everywhere. I'm sorry, Marah. Please.
A violent takedown.
Within 5 minutes of us parking the car, my brother's on the ground.
Tasers drawn.
This escalated like very quickly
as multiple marshals tackle Las Vegas local Tim McCoy.
It made me feel like an animal.
Tim and his sister Alyssa King say they're familiar with law enforcement practices because they come from a law enforcement and military family.
You actually have to treat people like people. And the fact that you're wearing a uniform doesn't make me less of a person.
Surveillance camera footage shows how their interaction with city marshals began on the night of November 11th, 2023. Along with her boyfriend, Kenny, Alyssa and Tim arrived at the Fremont Street Experience around 9 p.m., where they planned to have dinner and walk around.
Fremont's the spot to go for a lot of locals, so it was almost like any other night for us.
The trio parks at the Neonopolis parking garage. As they exit the elevator,
they approached me and very hostile. I mean, finger in my face. What are you doing here? What happened back there? And why did you make those hand gestures? I'm like, what hand gestures are you referring to?
Because he didn't know what marshals were talking about, Tim and his group began to walk away, which is when marshals tackle him from behind. Fearing the worst,
I think they're gonna kill my brother.
Alyssa pulls out her cell phone and starts recording.
Just got here! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! This is the antagonizing officer. This right here, my brother did nothing. We just got here.
Captured on video.
They ripped out about 4 or 5 of my dreadlocks, just trying to take me to the ground.
I think they're gonna kill my brother right here on Fremont in front of my face.
But marshals had the wrong man. It turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. In Officer Jorge Caloca's police report, he said marshals were looking for the driver of a black Dodge Durango who allegedly made a threatening hand gesture, using his finger to pull the trigger and simulate shooting at police officers. Area surveillance video shows that black Dodge Durango driving into the Neonopolis parking garage right after the silver Hyundai sedan Tim is driving. The Durango's occupants come up the elevator right before Tim, Melissa, and Kenny. Tim and the Durango driver are dressed differently, but both are black and have dreadlocks.
When you review the videotape, you see the people that they're looking for these hand gestures. My clients came in, about a minute after them, and then they are surrounded and aggressively questioned by officers about a topic that they just had nothing to do with.
Attorney George Robinson is representing Tim, Alyssa, and Kenny in a federal lawsuit against the city of Las Vegas and 6 marshals for assault and battery, excessive force, unlawful arrest, and false imprisonment. The lawsuit says Tim was punched repeatedly, and as you can see in body cam and cell phone video, marshals held a taser to his side, handcuffed him, then marched him through the Fremont Street experience before detaining him.
I felt awful. I felt helpless, and I felt like there was nobody kind of there for me or for us.
As tensions escalate, Alyssa and Kenny try to get answers about the person who supposedly made hand gestures.
Can you tell me what it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. We can go to jail too. We can take you to jail too. You don't have to tell you guys anything at this point.
I don't know. Marav, you could, while you were playing this video, I took the liberty to look up whether or not it is illegal to make a hand gesture as a gun and point it to someone, a police officer or otherwise. And this is what I looked up. It says the man who made the gun hand gesture was charged with disorderly conduct. This is a 3rd-degree misdemeanor. Making a hand gesture like this to a cop is a 3rd-degree misdemeanor, not 1st degree, not 2nd degree, but 3rd-degree misdemeanor. Because the cops thought that someone made a 3rd-degree misdemeanor. Let me give you some other things that are 3rd-degree misdemeanors. Alexa, give me some examples of 3rd-degree misdemeanors. Let's see what Alexa says, Mara. Are you ready for this? Public intoxication, petty theft, under $50, disorderly conduct, some kind of trespass or false identification to the police. That's a 3rd-degree misdemeanor. Because these cops believed that it was a 3rd-degree misdemeanor, they found the first black man with dreadlocks and beat him up. Crooked cops, your penis is insignificant. It's not impressive. You can't never pull no shit like that in front of my wives, Mariah. My wives got to see an impressive penis, Mariah. You hear me?
Damn right.
You got to show that penis worthy a One West penis. You understand? A UPK in this. You got to show them something manful and dignified. Your penis got to have on a garment. You pull that penis out,
and fringes.
Dimitri on it.
And fringes.
You better pull out a UPK penis. It has fringes and a headpiece. You police officers that are crooked, you're insecure about your manhood. So if someone goes, ha ha ha, you go, we gotta kill him. He insulted us, because you walk around the streets thinking that You're fighting for self-respect every shift. Every shift, you're trying to get self-worth. You're never going to find it. Eventually, the police officers that beat up and shoot black people for third-degree misdemeanors are going to commit suicide. They're going to put a gun in their mouth. They're going to harm themselves because they're suffering from depression. They're depressed. That's what happens. It happens in the ghetto, in rich societies, in prison, in country clubs. Depressed people, before you know it, they put that depression inward. If they can't hurt people every day on the job, they'll go home, and in their garage, they'll put that gun in their mouth, and they'll end all of their problems because they have insecurities and depression, and they're hoping that this job will give them a way to vent their depression and insecurities. A real man is secure. He's absolutely secure. He doesn't wear a purse because he needs to make money. He doesn't wear a dress or paint his fingernails because he's hoping that the LGBT community will accept him and he can sell more records. He doesn't do that because he's a man. And he also doesn't beat up people who are smaller than him. He doesn't abuse people who are defenseless. He is a hero. And in the Israelite school of UPK, we train and breed heroes in here. Men of honor in here who don't abuse their authority, who don't hurt people simply because these people have no defense. Now, what in the hell is wrong with the sheriff's department? What's wrong with the police department? What's wrong with you that you have a need to fight every day to make sure people respect you? You have an insignificant penis, you have insecurities, and you're probably a closeted LGBT person, and you don't want anybody to know about it. So you have to beat up people so that your coworkers never find out that you are going on Grindr at the end of every Donald Trump rally and finding young boys to pleasure yourself with. But one day, your phone is going to come into public view. Oh, Lord, that black woman that invented the camera phone. Thank the Lord for her. Because one day, the phone of these cops is going to come out to the public view. And these tough guys who will beat you up for a third-degree misdemeanor, their phone is going to be on the internet. And we're going to see what you do with children, with boys on the internet. You want a real man, you better come into the UPK. You want a hero, you better come in here. If you're a community and you believe that crime is plaguing your community, call us. You call the UPK in your city. We're not cruel men. We won't hurt you simply because we're insecure about our tiny penises. What we'll do is come in there with very significant penises and help the children, help the people, help the poor, help the sick. Kindness solves crime. Kindness, mercy is what ends crime, not cruelty. Jesus Christ said it in the Bible. Jesus Christ said it was said in times past, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, you resist not evil, but instead, if thy brother ask for thy coat, give him thy cloak as well. If thy brother strike thee on one cheek, turn he also to the other cheek. Forgiveness stops crime. Kindness stops crime. And the crooked police don't care about this because they became crooked cops so they could have license to hurt people, license to rip the hair out of your head. That's why they became cops. Mike, you know something I was studying before I came here today in class, right? I'm looking at this on class, and they came out, the new Superman movie came out. Did you hear about that, Mike?
Kind of the one come.
That was on my phone. I said the Superman movie, and they talking about it on my phone. I think it's coming on HBO. And then the Batman movie came out. You know, the Batman, the comic book people and all that, right? And I looked at Batman and Superman, and just the beginning of it. And do you know that both of them are orphans, Mayak?
Okay, good. Thinking about it now.
Superman, his family died. His mother and father died. He came to Earth. He's an orphan. Batman, his mother and father were killed. Then I went down a rabbit hole, Mayak. After that, I was done. I went and researched. Have you heard of this man called Spider-Man, Maya?
God.
Spider-Man, his mother and father were killed. Spider-Man. And I started just going down. I said, wait a minute, hold up. Every last superhero is an orphan. All of them. All of them are orphans. All of them have had childhood traumas where they lost their uncle. They lost their mother and father. Someone killed their parents. And I'm watching and I go, damn, to a white person, you lost your parents. If your father was killed, that would be an acceptable reason for you to become a masked vigilante. Like, you understand? Like, having a bad childhood up, to white people, it just makes sense that you become Batman after that. Like, as I'm looking at the story, I go, so that's why white people think that Batman is realistic, because he lost his parents. That's it. So losing your parents means, sure, he became Batman. Why? Why did he become Batman? Because he lost his parents? Can you imagine, Maya, how many of us grew up in foster care? Can you imagine how many blacks and Hispanics had no parents? None. And in our minds, that is no excuse for suffering the way we suffer. We think it's nothing. When if a white man loses his parents, clearly you'll become Batman after that. Clearly. Clearly after growing up in foster care, what happened? I became Batman. I lost my parents. When that is normal to us. Don't you understand? Tragedy as a child, that is a life-changing event. So you're never going to stop crime when this person became a criminal, became a masked robber, became a drug dealer, became a violent person because of childhood trauma, because he didn't have a good parents, because his parents died, his father was killed in jail, his father committed suicide. If that happened to a white man, you'd expect it to change him into some type of villain or some type of mass marauder. When it happens to us, the police come and beat us up. The police come and raid our homes. If cruelty created the criminal, then kindness will reform him. If having a bad family created the villain, then kindness will create the hero. That's how you stop crime. That's what Jesus Christ said, you Christian hypocrites. Jesus Christ said to turn the other cheek. If someone makes a gun gesture at you in a car, you know, that's not a real gun. It can't hurt you. A finger and a thumb can't harm a cop. Why don't you just turn the other cheek? Why don't you just say, you know, who cares? I'm secure in my manhood. I don't have to beat up everyone for a third-degree misdemeanor. That's what you would do. And if you did that, the community would respect cops. The community would say, this one municipality is doing its job. They're not beating and ripping the hair out of every third-degree misdemeanor, but they're protecting us and they're serving us. Then people would love you. Instead, you know who they love? They love the Shakur woman that died this week. Did you hear about that, Maya?
Wow.
Oh, what's that woman's name? Let's go to that story. I think it's appropriate with this one. Go ahead. Marah, please.
If I may, sir, what's crazy is about what you're saying. He could have just said, you know what? They don't like cops. We've been harming everybody. Maybe he just don't like us. He downtown. He could be. Yeah. You know, I mean, maybe he don't like cops. But you know what's funny, sir? I also looked this up too.
Please.
While you were saying about the cops and the child pornography, I went and looked it up. This is active YouTube. This is the live feed right here. Florida deputy caught watching porn crashes patrol car 8 months ago.
Yeah, that's what happens, Marah. Let me tell you, there's going to be story after story. Let's give them some priority about some cop or some self-righteous politician who is a pedophile. When the minute they get into his computer, that you see in his computer, you got to go take a bath. You got to wash after you see his chat room and his computer, because a lot of them are beating up black men because it's a sexual fetish. because they kind of need to hurt someone who is powerless to have a sexual gratification. And so because of that, they're attracted to children. And if you get into these cops' phones, you're going to see what they are sexually attracted to. That's why so many judges and crooked cops are pedophiles. Why? Because the power dynamic is what turns them on. You're a little tiny boy. I'm a big, strong cop with 37 guns. You can't say no. You can't fight back. And that's what is sexually attractive to me. And that's why they need to have sex with children. Well, why do you think they're beating you up on the street? With 10 cops beating up one poor Hispanic, snatching a baby out of the arms of a little lady. Why? Because that is what turns them on. And when you go into their phone, you're going to see it. If you Google what I'm saying right now, it'll be on your phone. So many cops and judges who are strict, cruel, zero tolerance when it comes to crime. You go on their phone, they're pedophiles. You go on their phone, they abuse children. That cop, a sheriff got shot for it. Remember that story, Maya? Where it was some sheriff, he went to some judge. This is on video. He gets the judge's phone. In the judge's phone are pictures of his daughter in the judge's phone. That sheriff pulls out a gun and unalives that judge right there. Y'all remember this story? This was all over the news. He was and he killed a judge in his chamber because he saw that this judge was attempting to have sex with his underage daughter. And the sheriff killed the judge. It's on film. The camera footage is all over the internet. If you could get in their phones, you would see that the only crime they're tough on is the crime that other people commit. But the crime they do in secret, they think no one will find out about it. God knows it. That's right. God knows.
And that's why so many of these ICE agents that Trump done put together now, you know, they were cats that wanted to hurt something and wasn't even good enough to be police, right? So now you could come and get $50,000 and be an ICE agent. And so they join that because why? They know they're going to be going after poor, defenseless Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the barrels where the cats got rifles and machine guns and got the real drugs. They know where the drugs at. You know what I'm saying? But they not posted up there. They at Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? They going to school graduations and picking on the weak, like you said, because of that thing that's inside of them to have power over the weak, the small, the children, the pedophile spirit. You understand? And that's what ICE is. You just had one. They investigating, so-called investigating, because he pushed some sister way down the goddamn hallway because he's so big and bad and tough. Threw her little behind down on the ground and fell on top of her because he's so big and strong. Because they got that pedophile abuse. Want to, you know, that need to abuse something smaller or weaker. Yeah.
Go ahead, continue, my Commander General YAHANNA is here.
Yes, sir. So that was it. They just got that thing like you bringing up. That same spirit that makes them be a child molester and a pedophile to deal with something weak like Epstein and Donald Trump and all of those cohorts. These ICE agents, the police, they all got that in them. They rather attack something weak. They don't go after the strong. They go after the weak. I yield, sir.
Yeah, you're right. Like the things they got going on, brother, behind closed doors, you can forget about it. You know what I'm saying? If you look into the brain of these Edomites, especially them old hillbillies all out in them woods, the poor goats is thankful that they going after us. The goats is called saying hallelujah. Goats is like there's mercy after all. We won't hear, man, the way this cat operates. Salak, I yield.
Well, Commander General YAHANNA saying this is my right. Mayak, you have something else you wanted to say?
I yield, General.
I was going to see if Marak could pull that story up. That was a gigantic story. But that ICE agent just got so angry at this woman for crying about her husband being arrested.
And she didn't even touch him.
She didn't touch him.
She didn't even touch him. Salak, I didn't even cut.
Oh, that was it.
She didn't even touch him, man. Like, that's the problem when you unleash white people. And that's what happened. Brother, I'm going through the stories of how many black cities they burned down when we were segregated. And I can't even get to the end of the list. They burned down tons of black cities just out of jealousy of us. Just seeing us do better than them, they just went and burned our whole city, and many more than we even mentioned. If they didn't burn the city down, they cut the water off, or they did their most famous one. They cut a road through the goddamn city. Like, this man has been a beast on the earth, and this desperation now is going to get answered by the Lord. And let me tell you, at the rate they're going out, they're going to be fighting not only each other, but they're going to be fighting all over this world in about 2 seconds. You're going to earn your ICE money in about a second. And I noticed Donald Trump, the water so much. I noticed Donald Trump got no problem repurposing who you work with in a second. Please. Salaki, but I ain't want to cut. I don't want to kill that story.
The truth, sir. I think they found a video of you one right here, the one you
please
discussing.
Because what they did to this sister was ridiculous. Donald Trump. She pleaded. She ain't even fighting the guy. She's pleading. Look. She's begging and look. And let me tell you, you mind if when it finishes? Like, that's a monster right there. Let me tell you why he pushed her down. He didn't push her down because she was in his face. You know why he pushed her down? He pushed her down because she showed him where he should have had compassion. Like, go back to the tape if you could, Marah. Just take a bit of a trained eye. So take a good look. Start at the beginning. I'm going to show you just the point where he just embraces the demon and then goes after her. Go back if you could. Just for a second. Look, now she's complaining. Look at his face. Right now, he's trying to just wave off. He's saying, I can't do nothing. And, you know, he's trying to wave off. But her face, look how he looks at her face. Her face. That's why he keeps looking away. And that's when the demon went on him. Because he's looking at her pleading, and he knows he's supposed to have compassion on her. He knows that this. That's why when she first came down the hall, he did like this here. He literally ran from her. If you go back a little bit, Marah. He ran from her because, listen, she was appealing to his goddamn humanity, man. Look at her face. Look how you look away. He looked at her again, and she's trying to get him to look at her because he's trying to get him to see, look how upset I am. Look at me. Hear what I'm saying. She's pleading. That's his babies on the right. That's his babies on the right. And this Edomite is trying to look away from this cruel act that he knows he is doing. Right. Those his babies right there and his wife. He know he can't do nothing about it, but he also knows he's supposed to have compassion on her. And white people, boy, oh boy, you don't want the Lord's judgment for doing this. The judgment for this, I know you got away with slaughtering the earth. You done scorched the earth and then had a good time and ruled all over. But this is the Lord's chosen people. This is the ancient people of the Lord, known as the Incas. You could go back one more time if y'all don't mind. Look at this woman. Look at her long black hair. Look at her dark skin. That, brother, is an Inca. That is the original people. Look at her. Like, and stop, pause for 1 second. And let me tell you something now. That's what you want a woman to do for you. You want to be loved like her. Look at the love she got for that man. She ain't say, fuck it, y'all, we just gonna have to work. She didn't do that. She went down that hall with them babies and begged and prostrated herself before this rat, before this bum. She prostrated herself. She begged and pleaded in front of him to where the demon in him would not look at her. She was more powerful than him. Watch him back away. Play it from there, Marah. Watch him back away. He's going to look away and back. Look, he's looking her in the eye right now. Watch his face. Look, Look at it. So, did you see it? Did you see it? Yeah. The power coming off of her of righteous plea broken. Broken made him look down like he couldn't take it. He ain't going to be on this job much longer. And brother, let me tell you something. That's what you're going to have to pay for. That's what you don't understand. That Christ said, blessed are the poor, for theirs, not yours, theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You understand? You could put as many troops on the street as you want. You could do whatever you want. The King of Kings and Lord of Lords said, theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You talking about it's law and order and judgment. You breaking the law by coming in illegal. You about to get a judgment from the Lord. Yeah. And this judgment from him, brother, whoo, he's going to remember this. Yes, he's going to remember every dark day that woman and those babies have, and every dark day that brother had. And you did all of this for some illegal immigration? This was because he crossed over a piece of dirt that you consider your territory.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. He walked over the dirt into an area that you decided was your territory, and now you destroy his whole family. Like, that is a judgment. Let's just play this last part. I'm sorry to cut in, man, but I had to get this part right here in. Now watch when he look away. Catch every moment, y'all. Because that boom, now he turned away. Right then and there, his baby's right there. Right then and there, he should have turned and he should have answered. He should have said, look, I know I can't do nothing about it, blah, blah, blah. He should have found some way to do right by her. He may not have been able to even let her go, whatever. Now, remember this, white people. Remember this when the Lord bring your judgment. You about law and order later for that. She broke the law. He broke the law. I don't care if it was 20 years ago. That's his problem. Remember your judgment. Remember your judgment. Don't say, why us when the Lord plagued you? Don't say it. Don't you dare say it. When the Lord plagued you and your babies are dying in the crib from some plague or some disease, don't you? Silent. Don't want to hear it. Be quiet. When Donald Trump rounds your husbands up and sends them to the Central and South America, to the Caribbean, to the Middle East, to Eastern Europe, and to one big one coming up along, Southeast Asia, when Donald Trump sends them there, quiet. Don't say a word at what's going to happen to him. And listen, not just over there. Black people and Latino people, you beat them in the powder. But there are many nations here that hate you. And you don't think you need us. You think you beyond us. You got AI, and robots and drones. Go ahead with your bad self. You got all the good toys. When they pull out the same stuff, when they get nasty with you, when they break the Geneva Convention on you, quiet. Nobody wants to hear it then. When they remember what you're doing in Gaza, shut your mouth, because you deserved it. You deserved it. Salaki. Finish it, Moran. Damn right. We can get off. It's up to you. Whoa, look at that picture, brother. Look at that. Look at it. She's begging him. That's why he pushed her. That's why he pushed her, because she was casting the demon out of him. That's why. Look at what he did in front of her babies. In front of her babies, as she begged. Look, as she begged for her husband's life. As she begged for her husband's life. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You are an incurable goddamn disease, man. You're an incurable, a cruel disease you are. To do something like that. General Muhammad came hardly watching. Look at Muhammad in there. Not he came hardly watching. I can't blame him. I know when Muhammad something gets to Muhammad. Y'all might not know, but I know when something is just like you don't know how many times I pulled Muhammad off the ledge. I just say to him before he go in, the gun's locked up. To make sure carnality this will bring you to carnality if you ain't careful. I yield, Salaki. Please.
Let me get you real quick, because this demon that's on him is on all of them about oppressing us as a people, man. There was no need for him to do that to that woman. And you know what get me? It was tons of his co-workers around him knowing what he did was wrong and could have stopped him. He halfway down the hallway. They could have grabbed him and yo, and stopped him, but he let it happen. Why? This is scripture going to tell you, read out.
Guys, I ain't sure if your mic is on.
How about now? Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, that's better. But before it sounded like it was coming through the other mics.
Most high Christ, the water to Slocky, gentlemen. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. Read. Khan, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor. Slocky,
Go ahead.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
This is how Commander YAHANNA said, man. She cast a demon out that cat. The poor righteous, that's us. That's these 12 tribes. You understand? That sister was an Israelite.
You know, man.
You understand? She part of them 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. She God showed the people. And what did it say? Let us what?
Oppress.
Let us what?
Oppress.
That was oppression right there, man. That's oppression. That's oppression.
Now, when them babies is gangbangers on the street, then you'll be wondering, white people will be saying, what is wrong with them?
Yeah.
They all want to be criminal because that boy done watch what you just did to his father and his mother for nothing. He's going to go back and read the records, and it'll be for nothing. After this is over with, after the lawsuits and the cases and all that, and they, put a Democrat in or whatever the hell they do next, they'll be done forgot about it. But that little boy ain't going to forget about it. Yeah. So lock your house.
No, sir. Most High Christ. Was that it, sir?
No, yes, please.
I might ask Commander Julian one thing on what he just said just now that is so heavy, and I know that this part escapes the mind of cruel people. We did a story before you came in, sir, where the cops came in and they
on a misdemeanor,
ripped
the cat's hair out.
Ripped his hair out, and it was the wrong person.
Right.
It wasn't even the cat that committed the misdemeanor.
And did they shoot him?
They did not shoot him, but they ripped the hair out of his head, arrested him, and beat him up in front of his sister. And his sister, on the video Morale played, the sister said, "Aren't we humans? It made me feel like we weren't humans." And when she said it, it was so psychological in that, that kind of abuse, right? Which once again, in the UPK, we're so different than people in the world, right?
True.
And in this part, we're different. And I know people don't understand how helpful this is. We feel the freedom to be angry, right? But if you cannot, if because of Christianity, you're not allowed to be angry, then when someone rips the hair out of your head, you will think, aren't I human? Aren't I human?
Right. You question your own, what you are made of.
Yeah, like you never look at him like you're a bastard,
right,
for ripping the hair out of my head. He beats you up. You go, aren't I a human being? I'm not an animal. You don't never say you're an animal for ripping the hair out of my head. And it's something in church that we don't have. Like we feel the freedom to be angry.
Right.
But if we didn't, people in the world, they're not free to be angry. So when they get beat up, when they get abused, they say, I'm not human. I'm an animal, which makes them sell drugs and kill and become. It's like it's going to tell the child this thing means I'm not human, because he's not allowed to point any anger at the oppressor, and this just keeps going on and on and on. Salakia,
like if
I just won't stop.
Let me blow your mind. If I can. Remember, in the 60s. The civil rights workers said, I'm a man.
Ain't I a man?
Ain't I a man? They put a sign on saying, I'm a man. Like, in other words, I'm a human. Because they had to examine themselves on whether or not they was damn human because of this cat. And let me tell you something, that's abuse. Like, you take a child and you beat him and 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 beat him, eventually he'll become someone who doesn't think he's worth anything.
Right.
And then he'll just acquiesce to all things that are not worth anything, like selling drugs. Like he'll go into the world of self-deprecation and self-destruction because he believes that's what he is. Can I add one more?
Yes, sir.
One more quick thing. They did an experiment. This is how you know Esau knows about all of this. They did an experiment, right? They wanted to see if they wanted to eventually get humans to erase their mind and use them like as assassins, right? So they started out with dogs. Here's what they did. They took a bunch of dogs and put them in all these cages that were wired with electricity. And they turned on the electric shock. And the dogs was hollering and screaming and fighting and trying their best to get out the cage. I mean, bringing themselves to blood to get out the cage. And they wouldn't turn electricity on. They just waited and waited for days. The dogs would fight and fight and fight. And then one day, the dogs stopped. And all the dogs in all the cages, electric shock was still going on. All the dogs in the cages just laid down. And when the dogs laid down, they turned off the electricity. When they opened all the cages. Some of the psychologists was afraid the dogs was going to attack them. They opened up all the cages and none of the dogs went out the cage. Electric shock was still going on in the cage. They would not leave the cage where the abuse took place. And Esau coined the term for it. I'm trying to get it off the top of my head. But it is when you become so abused that you now become self-abusive. And you can't, like you ever meet a female or a dude, and now every time you nice to them, they evil towards you. It's because they only understand the evil that they went through. That's a quick sign of abuse. You take a sister out on a date, you do something nice to her, or say vice versa, a sister do something nice to a brother, and then that person like becomes angry or turns on him, is because that niceness is not the cage. That's outside the cage. And they have conditioned themselves psychologically to stay in the cage. They made a movie about it trying to mimic what they were trying to do. They called it Jason Bourne. Remember in Jason Bourne, that Bourne movie?
Yes, sir.
Bourne Identity. Yeah. Remember in the beginning, they took him in a room, drugged him up, beat him up, had him shoot a guy and all that. They abused the hell out of him. That was to get him to do what the dogs did in the cage. And brother, they already know that happens. And this is what happens in the hood. That's how the hood be in the hood. Because if you abuse one generation, all the kids that come from it gets abused, like you brought out. Then they come and have kids and they get abused. And then what happens is the abuse cycle becomes the norm, the cage. Now you get brothers who will never leave a hood. Brothers that only understand, brothers become experts at the criminal element in their hood because that's the cage. And brother, they done had us in that cage for decades from doing stuff like this. They already know what we're going through. And so like you was bringing out, you start to say, I'm not a man. Like, listen, Steven, if I could, y'all, Salaki. Steven Spielberg made a movie called Gremlins. Y'all heard of that movie before?
Yeah, come.
Boy, you should go back and watch that movie, Gremlins. That movie, Gremlins, was a perfect example of the psychological abuse we suffer. He took these little nice furry animals, right? That he was told not to feed past midnight. The not feeding past midnight was for you to know you cannot give these animals any liberty, any kindness.
There you go.
And then when they fed him past midnight, the animals changed. And then he even showed in the bar how the animals was doing all the things we do in our negativity. Shooting each other, gambling, smoking cigarettes, partying in the bar. He put that in there to say, this is what happened to black people. And the word gremlins is a German word, a Nazi word, which means little devil. So he was saying, you're going to turn them into little devils by doing what you're doing to them and then trying to give them some kindness. It was so they totally know what they doing to us. And brother, that's what he did to her. And that brother, I mean, he was innocent. And like you said, without the church has had a masterful suppression plan on us. Without the church, without the cycle, and not only just put it on the church, Islam too.
Right.
Islam too. Without being subject to these religions, you would look clearly at what's in front of you. Like you would look clearly, like anybody that thinks that them brothers hung themselves, you clearly are brainwashed. Like if you really in your heart at home believe the police report, then you're brainwashed. You just simply are. And you just can't bring yourself to face the reality that this man is the cruelest beast you have ever met. Like well said that Moses said, yeah, I will send a nation upon you of fierce consonants that shall not regard the young, the old, or anything. Like you don't understand what you're dealing with. And listen, Donald Trump is definitely, well, he letting you know this is who we really, really are. And we don't have much time because the minute he takes over TikTok, then they're gonna want your mind. That's the next step. And once they get the last social media, then it's your brain is what's next. And they got plenty of plans to take that too, which is already damaged among us. I yield. That's damn right.
Most High in Christ. I'm just going to finish verse 10 if I could, sir.
Please.
Read it again from the top, warrior, and then that's it. Khan, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Exactly what commanded to Yohanna brought out. It goes exactly what Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter. We're talking about not reverence the old man or the young one. It goes exactly with those scriptures, exactly what you see right here. You understand exactly what you see. Read verse 11 real quick. Khan, let our strength be the law of justice. Let his strength be the law of their justice. He was called himself upholding what he thought was justice was, right? Their laws. Go ahead. Khan, for that which is feeble. Look at us as being feeble. Look at us as being weak. Go ahead. Is found to be nothing worth. They think we're worth nothing, man. They think we're worth nothing. You understand? This is who the Lord said about these people oppressing us, man. But there's a day coming that you're going to have to answer for what you do to us. It's going to come. And every time you do something to us, the Lord do something right back to you. Because you don't understand who you're dealing with. You're dealing with God's chosen people. Them 12 tribes, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. They are the Hebrew Israelites. They are God's chosen people, man. And there's a payment to pay for doing what you're doing to us. You understand me? That's it, sir.
Damn right. Give it up. You die?
4 dead, 8 wounded in shooting and fire at Michigan church, police say.
Like you're not mad at this guy. Did he live?
Says a gunman opened fire inside a Michigan church during a Sunday service before apparently setting the building ablaze, killing at least 4 people and injuring 8 others before police shot him. I'm not sure if he lived or not, I'm not sure if they killed him.
Yeah, I think the police killed him. I think they killed him in a shootout.
Go ahead.
Khan. Hundreds of people were inside the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township, about 80 kilometers north of Detroit, when a 40-year-old man rammed his vehicle into the front of the door. Then he exited the vehicle and started shooting. Police Chief William Rennie said officers responded to a 911 call and were at the church within 30 seconds and killed.
Was that the picture of the church? Was that the church, Murrah? Yes, sir. Damn, he burnt the whole church down?
God.
Yeah, you died. Go ahead.
Colonel McCon, sir. Says officers. It's like it says after the suspect.
It was a Mormon church too. A Mormon church.
Could you imagine what they doing in there? Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, after the suspect left the church, 2 officers pursued him and engaged the gunfire, the chief said. Flames and smoke could be seen for hours before the blaze was put out. First responders were there, were then shifting through the wreckage.
And if I could, sir, this was one of 3 mass shootings that happened yesterday.
Dang.
This is one where, of course, the gunman drove his car up to block the front door of the Mormon church, then went in the Mormon church and unalived 4 people, and then set the whole place on fire.
Dang.
And then got in a gunfight with the police and then was later unalived himself. And this was one of 3 that happened yesterday. And of course, this is the white man that did this.
And Gene Ariel said he was a Trump supporter. Gene Ariel, please, for my soul's sake, tell me if you're sure. Just for my soul's sake, please. Let me know if he really was. Because, go ahead.
I was going to say, and he also was a former member of this particular church.
Well, that says it all. Like them former members, you know, they get angry at that child molestation y'all doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They get upset over that molestation. You know what I'm saying? Years and years, they wake up a teenager and realize their whole life, you done con them into being abused. And now they don't know their sexuality, their mental health is destroyed. They psychologically messed up, especially in the Mormons. Y'all out there in Utah isolating yourselves and in different little groups and trying to practice the scriptures with polygamy, but you a polygamist and you having sex with little boys. Does that make any sense? Like you doing them type of things. Gene Ariel say, yup, I'm gonna take you on your word, Gene Ariel. You understand? Like, good night. This cat turned around and turned back around on him. And this is because there is no righteousness in this place, in these religions, man. First of all, the Mormon church started on racism. It started, Joseph Smith and all of them was racist.
Right.
And said that white people got, that the Book of Mormon says that white people got favor because got white skin because they were favored. Mm-hmm. You understand? And that black people was cursed because they didn't stand up for the fight against Satan. That's what they wrote in that Book of Mormon. And you need to write another book. You got to write another book and make the Bible is the only book on earth with 100 versions. I mean, you got 100 versions of a 4,000-year manuscript. Why? Because you got to write another version to include your evil. You read in the Bible that the people of the Bible are black. And instead of you respecting that, you turn around and write another book and say that the black people are cursed. You fit that in the Book of Mormons. And not just that one, all of them. The Quran, another one. You see in the Bible, the real Jews, the black Jews are God's chosen people. You wipe them out and you put the Arabs in it. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to be who's the chosen, but nobody want to respect the Lord for who he chose.
Right.
God didn't choose you, and your scholars know it. Joseph Smith was just trying to, fit the scenario to make them look like they were right.
Right.
Apocalyptic minister said Joseph Smith was a pagan who wanted what we had.
If I could,
please.
Sir, Officer Murad found the training video from the Mormon church.
Come on, man.
That everyone would watch directly from the Book of Mormon, showing that black people were cursed.
Come on, Murad. Come on, man. Oh, too many ads in it? Okay.
But if I could, sir, this video, you taught me this back in 95.
Most time, correct.
That's when I first saw this video. And this was back then. Every Mormon watched this when they came to a certain age in the Mormon church. This is not our video. I'm trying to make sure they understand that. Mm-hmm. This is the training video when you become a Mormon.
Right. For their missionaries.
For their missionaries would show this video to everyone. And it was prevalent and taught, I think, until the 90s. Yeah. Maybe 95 or something like that.
Dang.
On the street in Washington, D.C., I think in 99, we confronted Mormons and they said it's true. They said black people are cursed. Black people are cursed from God. And we filmed it back with the VHS tapes.
Yep. And can I ask you, as you bringing that up, like how much more abuse and degradation we got to be? Like we got to, on top of everything else, we in the hood, on drugs, destroyed, poor, no decent food and water. On top of that, God cursed us and didn't give us what we were supposed to get because we didn't join some fight with the Mormons. Damn right. Damn that. We got to reject all of that garbage.
I was trying to
go and get the part.
Get the exact part.
Everybody should see this training video. Everybody should see this training video, and you should see the psychological damage they've been doing to us for decades with these religions. For decades. And let me add, while we looking for that, let me add something else if I could. Beware of new faces popping up, claiming to be black leadership.
Right.
Claiming to be this group and that group. When you see these new faces you ain't seen before and they talking all tough, a whole lot of them are psyops. A whole lot of them are here to get you to go over there. See, they upset that you don't go out there and riot. They are totally upset at how disciplined and laid back black people are. They totally upset. They expected you to do the whole riot in the streets so that they could get it on. When even the last riots in the streets were perpetrated. Because the minute Joe Biden won the election, that was the last you heard of Black Lives Matter and all those other groups. They had tons of groups out there. And the minute he won the election, they was gone. And now Trump is out there. And ain't nothing going on at all. And let me tell you something, but Trump wants something to go on. They want a reason. That's why now you hear them talking about civil war. Yeah. Somebody showed me a picture of Alex Jones with an Adolf Hitler mustache. Like Alex Jones done went Adolf Hitler. He used to be neutral. Alex Jones went off. And so watch these new faces coming in, trying to bring all this other madness with you to try to get you off your game, to try to get you to give in to your fear. Get the right leadership, man.
Right.
Get the brothers and sisters cared about, and that's what you black people, Latino people need to see. The brothers that cared about you was here before there was any tragedies. Before anything broke out on the street, they was there for you. Not only were they there for you, but they was there for you when you was angry and spitting at them and acting like they didn't know what the hell they was talking about, that slavery is over. Remember that? Slavery over. Forget about it. We post-racial.
Yep.
You should remember the brothers who was out there for you in that time, because they the ones that actually care about you. That's who cares about you, man. Like, why do young men grow up to love their mother? Because in their hardest times, their mother's there. When they crying, their mother don't say later for this kid and go somewhere else unless something wrong with her. Their mama stick with them. So when they get older, they love their mama. And you should be the same way. The brothers who stuck with you and stick with you, even during the down days, even when there is no danger, those are the brothers that care about you. The ones that pop up as it start looking like it's going to be something. Now they all, they ready to act like they ready to go to war. Remember all them cats 2 years ago had them guns marching all up on in Conyers, Georgia.
Yeah.
Tams on their head. Only person they shot was one of their own, each other. That was it. That's who they shot. Like those, they was not for you, but they was there to join the opportunity, man. You understand? Salak, got you. You got it?
I believe so, sir.
Okay, let's do it. Salak.
No sweat, John.
The brother gave the name NFAC. That was the name of that group.
Yeah. And there was many, many more. Yeah. There was many more.
Enraged, Lucifer cunningly convinced 1/3 of the spirits destined for Earth to fight with him in revolt. Thus, Lucifer became the devil and his followers the demons. Sent to this world, they would forever be denied bodies of flesh and bone. Those who remained neutral in the battle were cursed to be born with black skin. This is the Mormon explanation for the Negro race. The spirits that fought most valiantly against Lucifer
Part is good too. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
be born into Mormon families on planet. The spirits that fought most valiantly against Lucifer be denied bodies of flesh and bone. Those who remained neutral in the battle were cursed to be born with black skin. This is the Mormon explanation for the Negro race. The spirits that fought most valiantly against Lucifer would be born into Mormon families on planet Earth. These would be the lighter-skinned people, or white and delightsome, as the Book of Mormon describes. Early
White
Mormon
and delightsome.
Let me tell you, that's psychological warfare. That's psychological warfare, Maya. Man, you see a Mormon, do this, beat it. Like, it's a lot. And listen, they coming up trying to recruit black people. Yeah. And they know this. Like you said, they know they talking to the people that Joseph Smith said is cursed.
Sir, I was so young in the truth. You had showed me this video in class. And I remember seeing the Mormons. I said, well, don't y'all say that the white people who fought on the side of God are white and pure and blessed. The ones who fought for Satan are bodiless demons. And the one who didn't get involved because they were too cowardice were cursed with black skin. And that's where Negroes come from. The devil said yes.
Dang.
I remember going, why are you here? I mean, why are you in the black community trying to get people?
Right.
And he just said, well, we send here to go like to the savages, like a they had a name for it, like when you go on a safari. It was some name like some name Mormons use, but they have to go out into the savages.
Damn.
I forget the name of it, but the brothers might know it online. And if you become a Mormon, you got to go into the dark, scary places.
Right. You got to go in the hood.
Yeah.
You got proselytize there. You know what I mean? Know the danger be everywhere.
Right.
Like this is who's been teaching us for years.
Come.
And like I like it's amazing to me that we have any self-esteem. Yeah. So like
Yeah, could I get Isaiah 34:16 real quick? I
missionary.
Missionary.
That's what they call it. You got to do your missionary. Your mission.
Missionary
so
work.
that's why they're there in the black community to do their mission among these people who are cursed from God.
Called savages.
Imagine
Right,
that.
exactly.
Right.
Anton 1 said, what about Moses' sister's skin color being changed to white? How about they, the Mormons, explain that? Good one, brother. I think it's brother.
They explain this if I could because they changed the word of the Lord. Like they changed them with the Most High laid down. That's why you got the book where it come from. You know what I mean? But there's only really one set of records. It ain't two or three. That's why you got all these different NIV, KJVS, and doo-doo-doo, all that kind of stuff, right? Because they try to change the records. Same with the Book of Mormon. They changed the records so the whole religion say we curse being black and they white and delightsome because they white. But check what the Lord said in the Bible. Now, these are the original records. For all you out there got a problem with the King James Version Bible, you believe in the Ethiopian Bible, and all that kind of garbage and filth, understand this. The King James Version Bible was a man named King James who had it translated. He had meant it for the Apocrypha, for the Old Testament and New Testament. That's all it is.
And he got scholars to do it.
And he had scholars do, like how Commander YAHANNA said. Just translate the records. Translate them Dead Sea Scrolls. This is what's in them records that was translated. You understand me for you to understand? Isaiah 34:16, brother. Sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord. How do you find the book of the Lord? Before there's a book of Mormon, there was the Hebrew Israelite scrolls and records. The King James Version is a copy of the Hebrew Israelite scrolls and records. Read. Sir. And read. And do what? And read. You're supposed to read these things. Go ahead. No one of these shall fail. Meaning the prophecies that's in that book are not going to fail. They're going to come to pass, and we live in them right now. Read. None shall want her mate. Say it again. none shall want her mate.
What is a mate? A mate is a companion. So when it says none shall want her mate, meaning there's no companion to the Bible.
That's right.
Them Hebrew Israelite scrolls and records, there's no book that goes with this. That's why I don't understand how you can have the Book of Mormon. They walk around and come knock on your door. They go, and they had the Book of Mormon and the King James Version Bible in their hand. They had both. You kidding me?
Yeah.
How are you able to do that when the Bible says there is no mate? I don't get it. How in Islam, when you're walking around, you talk about you're supposed to believe in the Quran, but the Quran says to read the Bible. The first part, they tell you the Quran, you got to believe in Moses and Musa. Well, his records are in the Bible. It wasn't in the Quran. Muhammad wasn't born till many years after Christ's death. Are you kidding me? Before all this garbage and filth you have, all this stuff out here, there were our records, our scrolls. And when you go into our records and scrolls, it says, none shall want her mate. What does that mean? There's no book, there's no companion that goes with the Bible. You understand me? None.
Quran and all that.
Yes, sir. Come on, sir.
And let me tell you something else, if I could, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't even need to get the proof. We got the proof, but I didn't even need to get the proof that the King James was right. And this is why I say what I say. Because the King James Bible version of the Bible is the only book that was ever printed to come up against the Roman Catholic Church.
Right.
And the Roman Catholic Church, you look at it today, and you could see why he had to get that book translated. Because the common people didn't know the scriptures during the 1600s. So he had to get that book translated and out to the common people. For those of you that may not know, prior to that time, the records was not just disseminated to all nations. Remember, the priests back in the day, the priests kept the records, and the scrolls. The scribes kept the scrolls, and they taught the people. You understand? We kept a copy, but we were taught by them. That got lost until the 16th century. King James went and put that thing out and stopped that Catholic Church. Let me get a couple real quick. Number 76. I remember missionaries used to come to our church every 3 months. They was always white. Yanazar Yahawada Yasha Allah says Shalom Adawan. Yahabashim Shabrakathum. Yabashim Shabrakathum to you, brother. The Mormons have a temple on 128th Street and Lenox in Harlem. Brother, that's an abomination. So water for that info, brother. But that is an abomination. You know what I mean? Salaki, I yield.
You die? I think we have a few more big ones.
Please.
Were you saying something? Howard?
No, sir. No, sir.
Go ahead, you die.
Three dead and several injured after shooting at the U.S. waterfront bar.
This is one of the 3 mass shootings happened yesterday.
In one day.
In one day.
Now, is that a record?
I don't
think
know.
that ever happened
I don't
before.
know. There's so many of them. Who the hell knows? I think they're becoming commonplace.
Yes,
Definitely Donald Trump didn't mention it. So, of course, he doesn't care at all because he did not say a thing about it at all. This was a white man that got a boat, right? You know, you pull the boats up and shot everyone in the waterfront bar from his boat.
Damn.
You die, please.
Colonel McCon, sir, 3 people have died and several others have injuries after a shooter opened fire from a boat at a crowded waterfront bar in Southport, North Carolina, officials say.
This, sir, of course, was another white man with a boat. My dream. That's a dream to me.
That's a dream.
Me too, General.
The waterfront restaurant. That means you got a boat. You ain't got a dinghy.
No.
You ain't fishing for sea bass.
No.
You got a, you know, man, you got two. And he rolls up to the damn shore and shoot up the people in the bar. And let me tell you something. Can I? If I could, I'm sorry, I know I'm running.
No, get it on.
But I gotta tell you, like every brother and sister within my voice, go home tonight and go and pray and thank the Most High. Not because people got killed, but thank the Most High that he did not let the Republican Party and Donald Trump put the murder of Charlie Kirk and others on us. Let me tell you the seriousness of putting that out. Donald Trump put a target on our back. He put a target on every black person's back when he came out and pushed the narrative that it was the Democrats and the evil Democrats when he didn't even have the information on the shooter yet. They were trying to spin it. He was on the morning show. He was on Fox. He was on there trying to spin the narrative and to make it like it was our fault. And he pushed it so hard. And then still was pushing it afterwards. They had to lock down the HBCUs. Meanwhile, this had nothing to do with us. But they still had to lock down HBCUs, which was horrible. And black people felt under threat. Black celebrities was getting threatened. Black newscasters was being threatened. He put a target on our back for something that wasn't us. I thought he was the law and order president. I thought he was the law and order chief. You was the law and order chief, and then you put a target on our back, knowing that black people are already under oppression. Your hatred for us is so horrible that you was going to put us in harm's way by stepping up the rhetoric, you understand, against us when we did nothing.
Right.
We didn't touch Charlie Kirk. Listen, and amazingly, we didn't touch Charlie Kirk when Charlie Kirk said irreprehensible things about us. When Charlie Kirk's remedy for our black problems was a thoughtless, callous, evil set of extermination steps. That's what he really thought. That's what he really said. You understand? And you put us in harm's way. And the Most High had all these Republicans come out with these mass shooters to where that scenario couldn't stick. It's not sticking anymore. Now, even the FBI came out and said young white males are the biggest problem that they have. Like, you was so looking at us as evil, but when you open your eye, and let me tell you something if I could, that's also why nothing was ever done about shootings from black men. All the shootings we was doing, nobody did nothing. Why? Because you knew what the real numbers were. You knew that you were the mass shooters, but you put it on us. You put it on our little drug beefs that we having shooting up the damn block, which I'm not condoning it or giving a pass to it, but it is nothing compared to what your people have been doing. And you've been trying to put it on us ever since. You want us back in slavery. You should watch what you do, because there is a God in heaven. Don't be listening to, what's his name, Miller? What's his first name?
Which one?
The one that said nothing.
Stephen?
Yeah,
Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller. You
That's
better
right.
stop listening to him. He worships a God of chaos. You understand? That's who he worships. You better stop listening to him, because that cat there are telling you we are nothing. We're God's chosen people, man.
That's right.
Damn right.
We don't create nothing. We don't build it, because you destroy it the minute we try. Like I said, I'm doing a whole chronological thing on all the cities that you burned down. Anybody got info on any city that was destroyed by white people at any time in history in America? You can send it to me at YAHANNA@ISUPK.org, and I'll go put it up in the list, because there's so many of them that's never even spoken of. You rode roads through them. Central Park was a whole black town. Murdered them brothers and sisters and built a whole park on top of it. There's so many of them. You wonder why black people is just, once again, we're like the dog in the cage. Like, we just go sell drugs and don't build a damn thing, because we done learn like the dog learned. We done learn that when you build something or you try to set up something, you get assassinated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you try to set up a farm or take care of yourself, that's it, the water. Set up a farm or something like that, it gets burned down. You get a cross burned. Once again, you've been such a terror on us that we learned to stay in the cage. The Lord, can I get one? You got something queued up? Can I get one scripture that, since you queued up, and I'm gonna get up off it? I know we got big stories. Matter of fact, I'll hold the scripture. I'll just quote it. The Lord said that we crouched like a young lion. Who shall rise him up? Who gonna get this lion to get up from this laid down state like that dog in the cage? Who gonna make him get back up? And last point, if I could, tell y'all something too. The Lord said this. Listen to me good on this part, because it seems simple, but it's not. The Lord, when he made us, he said, be fruitful and multiply. The Lord put a spirit in man to strive. That's human nature. It's human nature to strive, to build, to do better, to progress. And guess what? When you beat that spirit out of him, you take away his humanity. And for 400 plus years, white America has been beating the humanity out of black people. They have been building your actual human nature. Your DNA is built for you to procreate. It's built for you to go find food to feed your it's every mammal on this earth. Every mammal on this earth is designed with some form of DNA to help their children, help their family, help their communities, build something to grow themselves. Plants got defenses to protect itself from enemies. Animals got teeth to fight, and claws to fight off other animals. This is in their DNA. This is natural for every being on the earth. But you've taken black people, put them in the cage, and beat the mess out of them until they had no spirit left, so they wouldn't come out that cage. And then afterwards, you turned around and said, you don't build anything. You're nothing. When we invented everything you have, and you stole every bit of it. Well, listen to me, black people, Latino people, your day is coming. Your day is coming that the Lord shall take away this iron furnace that you've been in for 400 years. And in that day, brother, another man will go in that furnace. Another man will go in that lake of fire. And when he gets in that lake of fire, he will lose his humanity. That's right. Even though he's seeking to take away yours.
Damn right, sir.
Go ahead,
People in the chat, Tribe of Issachar said Black Wall Street. Gene R. Black Carmel.
No, he's so right. Black Wall Street. Go ahead. Finish the quote. Was that it? Was the quote?
And Gene Arias said Tulsa, Oklahoma. If I Khan, J.D. Walker, Black Bottom, Detroit. Rosewood.
Princess Nazam Anna said Colfax, Louisiana. You ain't never even heard of it. I ain't never even heard of sis. I never heard of Colfax, Louisiana. Please send that to me in a text. Go ahead.
Somebody brought up that Oscarville. Oscarville, this they flooded, called Lake Lanier now.
And Seneca Village also.
Seneca Village, Slocum, Texas. Black Authentic Truth. Big shout out to him. Fruitvale Station. I never even heard of it. You heard of Fruitvale Station? That's in Cali. Yeah. The move bombing in 1985, West Philly. Damn right, West Philly for life, 1992. You know what I mean? Africville in Nova Scotia. Damn. Go ahead, Barack. Y'all right. Doing on the level on her. You understand? Footloose got Harlem. Let me tell you, we should we should put them all together, y'all. Yeah. We should put them all together for those that got this. I know everybody can't take this kind of a show. This kind of a show, you gotta be. This is an acquired taste. You gotta become a person that really wants to face the truth. It's like the Matrix. Remember, I took that cat out the Matrix. He went back to the agents and said, "Put me back in." He was eating that damn steak. He said, "Put me back in. Make me a celebrity or do some shit. I'll betray everybody." Some of you can't handle this right here, but for all of us that can, we'll carry it till you can. You understand? Until you can. They've been doing this to us. And now they're doing it for good. They want to wipe us out where you ain't got no chance of coming back. This is what they're looking to do now. And listen, later on, I hope y'all come out to my lecture in California. Big shout out to Captain Kadal. I've been holding it down for the longest. I'm going to be in San Bernardino the weekend of the 2nd to 5 weekend. General Muhammad will be there teaching his class, holding it down, hitting y'all with the heavy. It's a heavy. It's always good to see him live, man. We do well on the internet, but not as good as you seeing him live in class. So you should definitely come out and check that out. You know what I mean? You should come see me as well, because I'm gonna be out there talking about pornography and video games. You need to see all of that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, and it's gonna go to the prelude of the mind control, because they want to do something very, very dramatic with you. They're getting ready to do it to these generals that's coming out there to the Pentagon. They want to do it to you as well. You need to really see what it is that they getting ready to try on you, because they want. Here's what they want, just to give you an understanding of it. They want they want to take away that part of you that does strive. They want to make you like an automaton, like a person that have no desire to do anything, no aggression. They want to take that out of you, and they believe that they can do it by frying a piece of your brain. You understand, through these phones and all. I know it sounds conspiratorial, but there's patents on it and everything. I'll show it to you in the next time we get to talk about it. And they want to do that so that you no longer have that spirit to strive and to fight up against oppression and to come up against anything. And then this way they can just make you a nice, calm, cool slave up under them. I'm gonna hit you with something. The Egyptians tried it as well. You go back and study about Akhenaten. See, a lot of y'all was studying them pyramids and looking at them gold fingernails. I was not doing that. You know what I mean? My teachers taught me to go look at what the slaves went through when you go study Egypt. The damn what the Pharaoh was doing, and his bloodline and his little gold chair and all that garbage. Who gives a damn? They be going opening his tomb and acting like, ooh, look, his tomb. Everything we found, keep it, have fun. We want to see the records of what they did to the poor people, to the people that was enslaved under them. And brother, one of the things that they did, these dummies, that they took, I'm gonna get up off of y'all. They took, brothers drag me off. This nigga done lost his mind. They did this, it's in the records. They used earthen vessels, put fruit juice in them with acid, like lemons and stuff like that. And they made these like BS kind of batteries. And brother, they tried to wire these batteries up in Egypt and tried to mind control black people so that they would lose their ability to fight. They did all kind of evil stuff to us, terrorized us with hippopotamuses, all of that. The Egyptians were not a nice bunch of people. They were a bunch of evil Africans that did evil things to the Lord's chosen people. And that's why he drowned their whole army in the Red Sea. The Lord ain't unjust, even to the heathens. He give the heathens what they deserve. The people that got killed in Canaan, like the so-called Jew is claiming, that Palestine is their land. The people that got killed in Canaan because that was Abraham's land. The Lord gave it to Abraham. They got on the land knowing that the God of Israel ruled that land, and they went and destroyed that land and set up all of their gods, and the Lord punished them for it. And he's gonna punish a lot of heathen on the wrong land. But anyway, that's for another time, man. I hope y'all come on and check it out. Let's go on, man. Salagi. Let's do it. They say I say Salagi too much.
No. Colonel Khan, sir. Omaha police ticket boxing champ Terrence Crawford.
Come on.
Colonel Khan for reckless driving, order him out of the vehicle at gunpoint.
Like that's this what you get ready to read in the night is old school oppression. Go and break it down, you guys.
Colonel Khan, sir. Omaha police ordered champion boxer Terrence Bud Crawford out of his vehicle at gunpoint during a traffic stop for reckless driving early Sunday, hours after his hometown held a parade to celebrate his victory over Canelo Alvarez.
Now they know the whole town had a parade for him. And remember I just said,
key to the city.
Key to the city. Now remember I said earlier, the whole thing is to break your spirit, to put you in the cage. Now they know this cat got 6 champion belts. And he bad as hell. If you watch, I saw the Alvarez fight. Alvarez ain't no slouch. Alvarez done knocked out damn near everybody. But Crawford was just like candy on him with the whole damn fight. I mean, he was like butter. He got 6 champion belts in multiple weight classes. The boy is bad. Now, they know this. They know he encouraged. They know he positive. they know he can motivate himself to the top. They go and try to humiliate him and break his spirit by dragging him out of his car. That's exactly what we was talking about. That's exactly that's what you do when, remember they used to call it buck break.
Right.
That's what you do when you want to take the spirit and the soul out of a people. And that's why we must hold on to our faith with YAHANNA. We must hold on that he come and enter into this atmosphere and raise us up in the way that we ought to. If I could, can I just real quick in the chat, tribe of Issachar had a good one. Romans 9:17, for the scripture saith on the Pharaoh, even for this purpose have I raised thee up. And that's it. If you hold on to the faith, you're going to see the Lord destroy Pharaoh, because that's the only reason he raised him up. Like you looking at a crash dummy for the Most High. That's what you looking at. You looking at a crash dummy for the Lord, not us, not man, but the Most High who controlleth all things. Why? Because that crash dummy is the one that's trying to vanquish the spirit out of you. What they did to this brother was irreprehensible. How you gonna get the key to the city and you telling me the sheriffs and the officers don't know? They gotta police the whole parade. They gotta lock the whole city down. They get the memo first, days before. They got to be prepared. They gotta have their tactical gear. They gotta put the shotgun in the car to make sure if a riot breaks out, they're prepared. They gotta get stations that they get set up at so they can know they can be on point.
Yes, sir.
Oz, you know this better than me.
Yes, sir.
So how in the hell they gonna not know that was him? They want to crush his spirit. Yeah. They want to crush his spirit. They wanted to break it. Yeah. So Lockie, you had your hand up? Sorry, you did. Go ahead.
Conco was so heavy about what you're saying, sir. His security team said that when they pulled up on them, his security team said they thought they were all going to die.
Dang. Yeah. If you have the video, sir, the video is sad in that these black and Hispanic men who just won this fight, got the key to the city, they were terrified of these cops, pleading with these cops not to shoot them, holding their hands in a way to make sure they didn't get shot. It was just, they were completely emasculated.
And that was the point.
That was the point.
That was the whole point. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. You got the video up? We should play the footage. Please, the what? Like that's what I'm talking about. Your spirit to strive. If you ever wake up, brothers and sisters, if you ever wake up, and you know what Esau calls it in modern times? Depression. If you ever wake up with depression, if you ever wake up, you just unmotivated no more. If you ever wake up suicidal, yo, you come seek our help. You seek our help because that is something that is attacking your spirit that's not supposed to be on you. Animals live out in the jungle. They don't know if they're going to get killed and eaten every night. But every morning, brother, them animals get up hunting and striving and having babies and building nests. They never lose that spirit because there's nobody out there that's beating that spirit out of them. They get killed because they got enemies. But as a species, they never lose their spirit. And brother, if you lose, sister, you losing yours, you better come find out what's happening. And today, I ain't gonna get too conspiratorial on y'all. I know, you know what I'm saying?
Sir, don't worry about
it. The brothers let me say whatever at my age. Sir,
if I could, before you got here, sir, if I could, before you got here, I said our penises have fringes and headpiece. I can say that. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
All I'm saying is, with all this electricity out here, they are going to look up. They are using new ways to crush your spirit. You know what I mean? These devices that they're using is to break your spirit. and you don't break that spirit from serving the Lord, you do just like the Lord said, to put the Most High first and continue to strive. The brothers can always pull the scriptures on, but always do that. And let the Lord bless all of us in it. Salaki, I yield. You got it up? What?
We might have one more if you want.
I think he got foot of Crawford. Let's play that right quick. And you got one more after that? We can jump in. Yes. What?
I'm opening the door. Open the door. Right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up. I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me tell you something. They want their own cities and their own town and want to get away from us. Please go ahead. Go ahead. We'll have our own towns and our own police forces and our own businesses, and we'll have all of that. And guess what? We won't sell no drugs because we ain't gonna let our own sell drugs. You understand? You doing that? You got whole countries around the world that refuse to sell drugs in their country, and the CIA destroy their whole country.
Yeah.
If they can't go in there and sell all the dope they want in your country, you a target. So y'all want to have separate towns, you white supremacists? Please go ahead. I guarantee you, your woman still ain't gonna have sex with you. I guarantee it. So you go ahead and have your towns because you burnt down so many of ours when we was separate from it. So you go ahead. It would be wonderful. It'd be, you know what? It'd be wonderful to wake up in a town run by a black man, a black city council, run with all black businesses, with a black police force. We don't have problems. Huh?
Hispanics.
Forget about it. If you make the town black and Latino, woo, it's over.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be in the best town in the damn world. You know what I mean? You can just start with the food. I can see white people already coming up to the town because you don't cook nothing. That's you know how y'all eat. You gonna be pulling up saying you just coming you gonna come up to the town saying this is discrimination. We want to eat in the Mexican restaurant. And the cops gonna be at the end of the town. You don't belong here, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for you. We could show you the same racism too. And I pray the Lord give us a chance to show you who we really are. Because all you're gonna want to do is burn it down anyway. That's all
right.
That's it. We're gonna be heaven. Go ahead, Maya. Salaki.
I was just saying, and shit, it makes sense because, like we always saying, blacks and Hispanics just make better leaders. Right. I saw a video the other day of this police responding to this brother up on the roof. He up on the roof ready to jump. So the brother, the black cop come up, reminded me of Hodge too. the cop came up. He said, brother, what's going on? What's going on? The brother said, just don't come near me. Don't touch me. He said, come on, let's talk about it. What's wrong, man? What's wrong? He said, I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't killed nobody. Just don't touch me. Don't touch me. He said, what, come on, what can I do? Talk to me. And the brother said something and had turned his head for a second, and the black cop just rushed to him. He was about 5 feet away. He rushed to him and grabbed the brother and saved him. The brother just broke down crying on the roof. I said, damn. I said, he supposed to be in charge. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This brother here.
Yes. And go ahead, Maya. Let me let you.
No, I yield, sir. Go ahead. You got it. I yield.
If I could add one little part to that heavy story you brought out. Now, just imagine now, we grew up with drug dealers as our heroes. Imagine you grow up with a black cop, and your memory of this black cop is he snatched a brother off the roof and saved his life. And you watch that brother bawl out crying because you're going to look at that cop like Superman.
Come on.
Like that's how they look at their cops.
That's right.
But we don't get to look at ours like that. But you're going to look, a young boy that see that up he gonna look at that cop like Superman. I grew up in New York City. Anybody that grew up in New York City, you know the cops and the firemen were always white. Damn near always white. City was too big to make them all white, but they sure tried. The only one that wasn't white was the ambulance cat, the EMTs. They weren't. And so the white cops and white firemen were always the damn heroes. It was the hero they was the hero on the 6 o'clock news every damn night. That's right. Imagine you waking up every night and brothers is being those heroes. You a young boy, you gonna, once again, you're gonna put the spirit on to strive. Now you're gonna want to be that hero. Now you're gonna, whatever you go into, you're gonna see, remember that them great cops and firemen and them, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I might be doing, biology, but I'm gonna be the best biologist. That's right. You're gonna put that strive spirit back in you, which has been beat out of us for 400 years. Beat out, and that's why they taking out the all the stuff of slavery out of the schools, because that stuff of slavery breaks the morality of white people by showing them the truth about who they are. And Donald Trump knows enough to know we can't let white people's spirit be broken. And I ain't mad at him for taking it out of schools. My question is, when we going to make sure it's in our school? Right. Like we keep acting like we got to show white people this. They already know it. They know what they did to us. They know already. You ain't got to show it to them. And if they don't want to show it to their kids, so what? Let their kids believe a lie. We'll believe the truth, and we'll raise up our kids to strive above what happened. Our kids are already strong just from what they suffered. They're stronger than white kids in every way. Crawford just showed us that in the last fight. You understand? So we already stronger than them from what we went through. Imagine if we educated our kids in why they're strong, in what they overcome, in what they endure. And one last note, do we got time to do the lynching? Please. You want to go over? I want to do the lynching because that's another example of breaking our spirit. Another example of degrading us. If you feel any of that self-sabotage, brothers and sisters, you get in touch with us. Let us help you, man. Get your mind back. And that's why the Christian church is so evil. Because when you molest a child, you destroy that child. And you preachers know it. You're the one studying the Bible. You're supposed to know that and help us help these babies. That's right. You understand? Go ahead, Al.
Colonel McCon, sir. Family of black student found hanging from tree on Mississippi campus seeks independent autopsy. The body of Trey Reed was found on a Delta State University campus in Cleveland by police on Monday. The family of the 21-year-old black student who was found hanging from a tree on a university campus in Mississippi is demanding answers after his death was ruled a suicide by the state medical examiner.
And let me tell you something. A lot of this stuff come from them. You better stop being around these white people because they drugging you. They doing different stuff to you. It would have been nothing for them to drug. He's on this campus. Now, get me right. This is an Edomite campus. Am I right? I don't know. Y'all in the chat, if y'all know, let me know. But I believe this might be an Edomite campus. They might have drugged this brother and then went out there and hung him. And then, of course, Esau looked like, well, we don't see no bruises, no sign of struggle. People that saw him said he was fine walking down the campus by himself. Yeah. Meanwhile, they done drugged him, man, and waited for him somewhere or told him to meet them somewhere. And he get up to where they at, and now he ain't no problem because he's all drugged up. And they string him up, kill him, and then the next thing you know, we wondering what the hell happened. No black man kills himself by hanging.
Right.
Like, no black man does that. Not even especially in the South. Go ahead, Maya Salaki.
No, and I was just gonna say, and then on the possibility that even if he wasn't drugged in that situation, black people, that the average black person in America, Christian minded, what I'm saying, they don't resist in the hopes that they'll find some mercy in tears and begging, don't do this, y'all don't want to do this, what I do, and they won't resist just for the mere possibility of some mercy, but it just never comes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that one time in that forest. Remember that a while ago? This brother was walking with all these Edomites. And then when they got in the middle of the forest, they tried to snatch him up. And he had to fight his way out of it. Like he ain't just go along, he had to fight to get away from that there. That's got to be the spirit of you. Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. Like you got to be ready to defend yourself if need be, man. You understand? It has to happen. Like we ain't in a time where we can just let things happen now. I think they're gonna have mercy on you. Then they're gonna have mercy on you. They're not gonna have mercy on you. Like you said, sir, he had to be drugged. It takes 2 seconds for them to drop a drug in your drink for it to dissolve. Now you done. You understand? You done. Then what you gonna do? So you think brothers hung him? Or he got up on a thing and hung himself? You gotta be kidding me. I remember, and I'm gonna share this one, sir. I remember when I was working in law enforcement and we was clearing the building, got an alarm. We went to go clear the building, right? And the lieutenant came in with us. And there's a cat I work with. I cleared one side, he cleared the other side. And we called back in service, he called me for a meet. I'm like, all right, no sweat. We meet. He said, yo. I said, what's up? His face was pale. He said, the lieutenant came outside with a noose in his hand. I said, what? He said he had a noose in his hand and showed it to me and waved like this head. I said, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. And it ended up being a big old investigation, and they brought out different things going on. And guess where the investigation went? Nowhere. Nothing happened. I worked with recorded KKK members whose names was on the list, and they knew about it. I worked with them, and they were supervisors.
Damn.
I worked with them.
Can you? No, I'm sorry.
Guess what happened to them? Nothing. They worked, retired, got their money, and that was it.
Got a boat.
Got a boat. You understand?
They shot up the rest. With the damn boat. You know what I'm saying?
Got over gun.
Like, go ahead,
Oh, I was going to say, and Black Authentic Truth said something heavy. He said, how come black people seem to hang themselves in historically racist towns? Like, like white people's argument is black people kill themselves. The coroner proved that he killed himself. But how come we don't kill ourselves in North Philly and in the slums and in the hood? How come we ain't found on no tree in Fairmount Park and other parks? Right. It's always in some old hick town, some podunk town. I yield, sir.
I bring up one point that the investigator might not have realized. This was after Charlie Kirk. That's when these hangings took place.
Damn.
The next days after Charlie Kirk. Well, people are, lo and behold, people
such a coincidence.
Started hanging in Mississippi again.
Right.
Days after Charlie Kirk. When, if you understood white people that they are animals, our oppressors, white people cannot take a perceived loss.
No.
Jack Johnson won a fight in the 20s. People got hung because Jack Johnson beat a white man.
Yes, they did.
They hung from trees that day.
Yes, they did.
Charlie Kirk got shot. White men were threatening HBCUs, and lo and behold, 3 black men were killed in Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. Bro, that's a coincidence.
Like, once again, you know, I don't know why all Black America ain't watching this show, because this show right here is, you know, is heavy. Like it's obvious that they are the ones that did it. And Tribe of Issachar, you dropped something that was heavy. He said this. He said, same thing what they said about that brother Esau crushed his head and said a dog bit him. It's another brother. I don't even know about that story, but you triggered something in my mind. Why are we surprised when Cain killed Abel, hid his body in the dirt, and told the Lord he don't know where he at? Like this been his nature for 5,000 years.
Right.
This has been his nature. He's been a jealous bastard for 5,000 years. Because that's why he killed him. It was jealousy over him serving the Lord more right. The Lord said they have a perpetual hatred for us. And we should take care of ourselves. Sisters, if you're a Black Latino woman, man, if you're in a city that allows you to have a firearm, please go get a permit. Even if it just allows you to have it in the house. Go get a permit. Go get trained. We'll train you in here. We got certified licensed trainers, weapons trainers. Protect yourself. They killed them 2 sisters, cut their throat on the train in L.A. Them sisters just riding the train. Some random Edomite decide to kill them. They make us out to be the scary criminal that they should worry about. But ain't nothing worse than this Edomite. And brother, you're going to see him. He about to show you what he made of. Like the worst place for a white man is in his garage. Because he going to build that garage where he away from the family and got all them tools in there. It's a bad omen on him in that damn garage. Because he get up in there. He gonna build something out that's just going to be horrific on mankind.
If his wife try to go in there, he yell at her.
Yeah,
what you doing in my girl? I just wanted to get the leaf blower. Don't you? I told you that's my private space.
Yes. Like he don't need a man cave. He got the garage. You understand? Come on, you guys.
If I could, sir, would you say it's so heavy, General? Immediately I thought about the Nashville bomber. He was right there in that garage. The FBI came, looked in, saw he wasn't home. The next day, he blew up half of Nashville.
Good night. Like, good night. Like, the garage should be banned. You understand? He in there playing that rock and roll out and got all them tools and building all kinds of stuff. Man, he's a problem. You know what I mean with that? So listen, man, again, join us out there in L.A. this weekend, coming up, weekend of the 2nd. General Muhammad will be there live doing his class as usual, man, that Thursday night. You understand? Big shout out to Captain Godal Hart, who's having the West Coast cookout. He always does it up big. Cali on the deck is the itinerary. I'll be in the building, man, talking about pornography and video games and psychological warfare and everything else in between as well in the building, man. We're going to do it up in L.A., man. Big time. I hope you'll join us, man. Hey, man, you know how we do on this show, man. I got the heavy hitters rolling with me. General Muhammad in the building. You understand? Holding it down. General Micah Alaka in the building. Holding it down. General Hawkeye Young in the building, holding it down. And of course, I got my main man, Marah, with his heavy hitters on deck, always throwing down with their squad. Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibahayah, and Officer Mathumyah doing a hell of a job over there in Trenton, New Jersey, too, man. Congratulations, man. You know what I mean? We be watching on Saturdays. He out there. Yeah. How they doing? They doing all right. You know, man, because he in there striving and also holding that down. Come join us. You know how to do it. Every Monday night, 9 p.m. We try to do it up live. You know what I'm going to say before I go. Send me some goddamn money, people. You understand? Pay your time.
That's right.
10% of your income, pay that time. Listen, it ain't but a minute more. In a minute, they going digital, and we're going to all be eating groove. Trust me when I tell you. You might as well send me some money now so I can get y'all some farmland and some whatever else we the hell need. You understand? I done just cut a deal with Home Depot for a whole bunch of generators. I'm getting ready to take delivery on those. I got a bunch of freezers coming in on the other end. A car done talked me out of more vans. He want more vans.
Always.
You know what I mean? So I got bills to pay, man. I got brothers and sisters in crisis all the time, every day, coming in. Big shout out to Ahmad Shiyah Salaka. Yashar, yeah. Ahmad Yashar doing a hell of a job with the finances, man. Listen, we not faking it up in here. Ain't no fakeness up in FBI. They come up to me all the time.
Right.
Every time I look around, they trying to check because we got such a small but effective set of management. And they don't understand it. It ain't no big corruption going on or nothing like that. But don't worry, they'll try to figure something out. And listen, let me just say this right now. For all y'all up in the building, I am not crazy and going to shoot anybody. You hear I done shot somebody or assassinated somebody, you understand? If I done assassinate the next Charlie Kirk or something like that, don't believe them, y'all. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean?
Hey, gentlemen, it's heavy you say that. It's heavy you say that because a few traitors in the past that left the school because they were too full of pride tried to put something like that out there. Like if you leave a school or mad at them, you'll disappear. And this and this and this and that. God. These niggas is bogus.
Listen, man, let's get out of here, man. I'll see y'all live on the next time, y'all. U.P.K. fam, shalom.